Hello everyone and welcome back to Loop Hero. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Titanium Legman, and today I'm trying to decide what I want to do, honestly. Do I want to dive back into Chapter 2 and see how much progress we can make there? Or do I want to do some economy runs in Chapter 1? I think I want to dive back into Chapter 2. We didn't do too poorly at all last time, and I think gathering some resources, I doubt we'll fight the boss, but I mean, you never know, we'll see. Having the chance to gather some resources while also learning some of the new mechanics that we're going to be seeing due to enemy traits, enemy abilities, things like that, as well as maybe some different interactions that we can figure out with our tile placement, maybe just some idealized tile placement, some optimized tile placement in general. That would be good stuff. However, I wanted to address a couple things from the comments. First of all, the idea that we can use swamps to neutralize the healing of vampires while still reaping the benefits of their loot drops is super interesting. And it is definitely it's the only use that I can think of for them thus far. I don't know if that will change, but I do like the idea of that. I think that's interesting, and I think that's something that I'm going to try and explore on our next loop, which means we'll have to put them back in. I think if I remember correctly, I did take them out. I did. So might want to put those back in. There's also, this is unrelated to the comments, but just the issue of how we were drowning in wheat fields last time. I don't know if that was a fluke. It may have been. And as such, I'm willing to leave it for now. But they may be on the chopping block, because, like, that honestly made things way harder for us than it needed to be, because we had so many wheat fields and so little of everything else, comparatively. So, road lanterns, I kind of like, honestly, the idea of having our road lanterns with us, because, like, think about it. We were getting swamped with monsters last time. And, yeah, part of that was because of my tile placement and how long it was taking us to loop as a result, but, like, damn, there's a lot of dudes. So I think we're going to hold on to the road lantern for now. But then that leaves the question of what do we cut? Cemeteries? Maybe. There's probably some interaction with cemeteries that I don't know yet, but as of right now, all it seems that they do is spawn skeletons, which, like, are fine. But they are a little time-consuming, and I feel like they maybe don't give us the best loot. So we'll take out cemeteries, we'll put in the swamps, just to see how that plays out for us, and we'll go from there. Second of all, I know there was a little bit of drama and controversy in the comments over what's an acceptable amount of information to give me, and the merits of letting me learn versus giving me some insight into stuff, etc., etc., etc. And I haven't had the chance to address any comments the last few days because I've been busy. So I'm going to talk to you guys in the comments about this stuff as well as other stuff, but I wanted to address it here as well. There's a big difference for me between Loop Hero and something like Outer Wilds, right? Outer Wilds, I want to know nothing unless there is a very specific issue that I'm having an issue with, right? Obviously now I've beaten the game, so it's not a problem anymore, but, like, I made that clear from the beginning of Outer Wilds. Like, this is something that is obviously something I'm supposed to be discovering for myself. Unless I am stuck, I don't want any hints. Loop Hero's a little bit different, because Loop Hero, there is a story, and I don't want to know what the story is. I'll discover the story as I play. But there's a lot of interesting interactions and tactical strategy ideas, and again, like optimization of tiles, usage of loot, all that type of stuff. That stuff is worth discussing, in my opinion. I love talking strategy, I love talking tactics, I love seeing different people's approaches to various problems in games where you have this tactical element to it. So having the chance to have those discussions with you guys in the comments, even if they're not always discussions because it takes me a few days to get to them, but, you know, in a perfect world where I'm able to respond to comments immediately as soon as they happen all the time, I like having those discussions. That's fun. And I think it's an opportunity for us all to learn from each other about different ways to approach the game. Like the swamps discussion. I thought swamps were useless. A commenter was agreeing with me, saying, oh yeah, swamps are probably not worth using. Another commenter comes in and says, well, actually, have you considered using vampire mansions in swamps because it will make the vampires and their vampirism kill themselves and all other enemies on the tile, and you get decent loot. That's interesting. I like that idea, and I did not think about that. So, I don't want to have everything spoiled for me. Like, I don't want to know every single interaction, like the wheat fields and the vampire mansions and the villages and that whole kit and caboodle. That was cool to find out on my own. But if there's something that you know, and you see I've been starting to unpack interactions between things, like, okay, well, the Blood Grove makes the Grove kill enemies, which can work on the boss, but then it also spawns the Blood Hulk thing, and yada, yada, yada. Or like, oh, well, you know, you have the meadows and you've been building them out, but did you know if you put things in a crosshatch pattern, they become blooming meadows, etc., etc., etc. Discussing stuff like that, I think, is cool. And if something's ever too much, I'll let you know in the comments, just gently, like, hey, you know, I appreciate it, but maybe dial it back a little bit next time. But yeah, I think discussing tactics is fine. So, just keep yourself a little in check. If there's 8, 10 different things that you want to say, maybe only say a few of them. And we'll go from there, right? It's a growing process. It's a learning process. I don't want you guys to feel bad for talking to me, but I also don't want other commenters to feel like the entire nature of this being a blind Let's Play and a learning process is being ruined, right? So, it's a balance, but we'll get there. We'll get there, everybody. But I think that's enough pontificating about this, that, and the other thing. We're going to go in here, start off in Chapter 2. The only thing that I just remembered... Right, we don't have the refuge yet. Okay. So, yeah, we should play the Rogue. I don't have the Rogue unlocked, obviously. Let's go! Alright, we got our basic gear. Very good. It has been a good few days since I recorded, so I don't quite remember everything that went on. Ooh. Alright, I'll take a defense ring right off the bat. Oh, and there's an early... Okay, that's an early swamp. I don't think we're going to do that yet. We might hold on to that, get a vampire mansion, then put them together, but we'll see. Now Meadow, on the other hand. Yeah, I don't quite remember everything that we did last time. Oh, regen per second. Yep. But I remember that we did better than I might have expected to do for our first foray into Chapter 2. There was still a lot going on, but we think we did okay. So now if we can get... Alright, we'll start our mountain construction. Yeah. If we can get some more progress here, learn a little bit more about the enemies that we're going to be facing, and what types of synergies we can utilize. The regen per second, though, that is really good. Then even if we don't get to the boss, I think that'll be a worthy venture. Ooh, early Oblivion, very nice. Very nice. Let us continue. I have heard, I haven't been doing too much reading into things, again, to... Ooh, magic damage. Maybe, we'll consider that. This could be a pretty good road lantern, actually. Or here. We'll hold on to this for now, because we want monsters to spawn for the loot, but we're probably going to be using this in one of those spots. I've seen a little bit of information about what's going on in a meta sense with Loop Hero, and I believe I saw something from the devs discussing how they have plans in the works for, like, more classes and more enemies and things like that, which is awesome. Obviously, I don't know exactly... where do we want to put a grove? Clearing it out early in the loop would be good. Yeah, I think that's appropriate. And also, we'll put our battlefield down. I don't know that I want ghost wolves, though. Put our battlefield there. That seems fine. Yeah, I don't know how exactly they'll incorporate that stuff, and I don't know exactly, like, how many classes there are now, or how many enemies, or what those metrics look like, or how they impact the game. Obviously, I'm not that far, all things considered. But, well, we have wheat. We haven't had that much wheat thus far. Let's see if that's a trend that continues. But I am excited to see what other stuff they add in and how we can access it. That should be cool. Alright, no rat wolves yet. Ooh, nice. Better axe and a village. Excellent. So, we don't have a vampire mansion yet. That's fine. But we can put the village down and get some wheat going. And I do like the idea of having the village right before the fire so we can get an extra bit of healing before we get to the boss, right? The only question is... If we wind up doing the vampire mansion thing, that'll be a lot of time for ghouls to build up, but I mean, it seems like they build up pretty fast anyway. Yeah, let's do this. We'll put our wheat field down. Beautiful. Oh, actually, you know what? We can put the road lantern right there, too, because that'll keep the number of enemies down in there, which is good. Ooh, hello. Yeah, I'll take the spear. That looks pretty good. And, ooh, magic damage and regen per second? Yes, please. Yeah, look at that damage. Nice. Rock down. Alright, this is going pretty comfortably thus far. More meadows. We'll take that. Get a rock we can put in the center there, get some blooming meadows online. I'd like to get a treasury here online soon too, but not quite seeing that yet. More wheat. Very good. Can only be placed next to the village, so yeah, those are used up now, which is fine. Yeah, okay. We need to get another village online if we want to be able to do that. Also seems like I had a bunch of villages stacked up together before, but it didn't seem to do anything. I didn't know if like they'd combine into like a metropolis or something like that. But it seems like the best strat with the villages is definitely going to be to space them out, which is fine. So we have more of an opportunity to put down wheat fields as well. Woo, hello. Oh, we'll get our mountain online. And we do have an Oblivion tile, so when we next put a rock down, oh well, like that, we can just ixnay. Oh, no. The goblin camp immediately. We have a quest, very good. We have a better shield here. And pretty much that's it. More swamps. Still no vampire mansions. Kind of unfortunate. It's making that idea for a strategy a little less effective, huh? Ow. Have I seen this before? Gnawing, 20% chance to cause bleeding that deals 16 damage after every attack for the next 3 seconds. Maybe we have seen that before. It looks like we have 2 stacks of it, too, which is not great. Jeez, man. Alright, well, that's a big upgrade for our armor, at least. And our shield. And another even bigger upgrade for our shield. Very good. Alright, this is our quest objective. We're getting the bleeding now. That's not great. Oh, I see. That's just the timer on it. Okay. Man, for a 20% chance to happen, it feels like that's hitting us a little bit more than it should. Jeez, man. Okay. Get that down. I think we're going to put a road lantern there, because that was pretty rough. Another one. Especially with their evade chance, man. Like, that is just nasty. Thankfully, we had the potions, so that helped a bit. More Oblivion, more meadows. Still no treasuries. I don't want to fill up too much of this over here. We haven't gotten a rock to put on it either. Ooh. Less defense, but attack speed, counter, and vampirism? Yeah, I'll take that. Alright, now we have the Harpy, and this was their foresight nonsense that was causing us problems last time. Okay. Not too bad this time. I never want to fight a quest Harpy again. That was awful. Go, regen, go. Get me health back, please. Okay, there's a vampire mansion. So we're going to wait to put that down here until we get here and get our quest. Then we can put it down. Yes. Then if we can get another one, we can start putting swamps down with it. Thank God. There's some blooming meadows. We can get another battlefield. Again, I don't... You guys might have answered this before, and I might not have seen it. But I don't know if this can cause the goss. I was trying to say the boss to become a ghost and combine the two words, but yeah, I don't know if that can happen. I still don't really want to find out, so we're going to put this over here. We're netting a little bit of HP right now, which is good. We'll see how the Scarecrows go. Yeah, they just have that wide swing, which isn't too concerning. Honestly, just seems like more of a beneficial thing for us if we can get other enemies on the board with them. Less max HP, but it's giving us some defense and vampirism, so even though it's a lower item level, I think we're going to use this for now, just so we can try and get some better healing. Because, like, all the max HP in the world doesn't do anything for us if we can't get to it anyway. Nice. Okay, well, we'll put our vampire mansion down now, I think. Let that process start rolling. And, I mean, it looks like that's really all we've got right now. Okay. God, we lose so much health off of this, man. Like, knowing that they have that ability might cause me to reconsider using groves. Like, honestly, that is a lot of damage. We were doing so fine until that started. Now, oof, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's rough. Like, look at the damage we're taking. Jeez, dude. That is not cool. Alright, good. Another vampire mansion. Ooh. Defense and evasion. Okay. I'm not really intending to go for a vampirism build here. It would bring our max HP up a bit. Plus, I mean, a 12% evade chance. I'm not going to sneeze at that. Alright, another harpy. Very well. You know what? Let's get our swamp vampire mansion scenario going here. Matter of fact, we can get a good little thing going here. Ooh. Damage to all, attack speed, regen per second, and evasion. We lose some regen per second, but at this point, our regen per second isn't doing a lot for us anyway, and we don't want to be dying to our own regen in the swamp. So having a little less right now, I think, is fine, because there's a lot of other good benefits, so we'll take that for now. Don't quite yet have a build in mind. It seems like we've got a lot of, like, vampirism stuff, some evasion stuff, some counter stuff. There isn't really a specific direction that is becoming apparent to me yet. Already had some evade procs come in handy there, though, which is good. Alright, there's the bats. Ah! There's our first level. Beautiful. Okay. Supplies. The hero leaves 10% of his findings in a camp when passing through a campfire tile. Interesting. Leaves 10% of his... Wait, what? So, like, just 10% of what we have in our bag right now would get deposited and would be safe even if we died, I'm guessing? Seems like a planning for failure type of thing, which I generally try to avoid. Shield Master, 10% chance upon hit, stunning target, and Surveyor. 0.5% or 0.5 times loop HP for an adjacent roadside tile. Adjacent roadside tile while passing a tile. So would this trigger, like, when we go by our battlefields or our road lanterns or our vampire mansions? Is that what this is talking about? For an adjacent roadside tile. That's what it seems like. I mean, that seems like a pretty good way of healing right now. I don't know that I really like either of these, so let's try Surveyor and see how this works. So now, ideally, when we walk past this stuff, we should get a chunk of healing. Oh god, is that going to kill us, though, with the swamp? I hope that does not work that way. That would be a problem for us. We'll have to see. Yeah, okay, that hurt us. Good to know. However, it should be fairly helpful elsewhere, so if we survive this. Damage to all, vampirism. The damage to all could be good here with all of the ghouls. I know how good damage to all is against ghouls. That'll give us 9. That's pretty good. For this point, anyway. Okay, we use the potion. Okay. Let's see how this goes. We're doing decent damage. We're still getting some evasion. Our potions are gone. But I think we're going to survive here. Yeah. We're going to survive. This is fine. Vampire down. Bats down. Ghoul down. Let's go. Okay. Upgraded weapon. That's, I mean, the damage buff there is huge. Plus more attack speed. Ideally, I would prefer to try and keep this, but I think right now we need the higher weapon level and more damage just in general, so. And this is giving us more attack speed, some defense, some regen per second. Yeah. Why are we suddenly doing so much less damage here? What's happening? Why were we taking so much more damage and doing so much less damage there suddenly? Uh-huh. That's... what? That was weird. What? I'm not entirely sure what happened there, frankly. Huh. Well, unfortunate. Achievement unlocked. Part of the world. Interesting. Well, that ended a little bit more ignobly than I was hoping it would. I truly don't know why that happened. Well, I'm sure you guys will give me a heads up in the comments at the very least. But yeah, unfortunately, we don't really have a lot we can build or do here or anything like that. So I think we're just going to go into another loop, but I think we'll just call this one. I'll have a little bit of a shorter episode this time around, and when we come back, we'll go right back into another loop on Chapter 2, I think. Again, I don't know. We could do an econ run in Chapter 1, but, like... maybe we should. I feel like I'm missing out on opportunities to learn when I do that. But it would also give me a much more surefire way of getting the rogue. So we'll see. I'll decide by the time I start the next episode. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I do very much appreciate it. If you know someone that you think would enjoy this series or any of my other series, if you could shoot them a link, well, that'd just be swell. Until the next time, though, I hope you all have a good night. Stay safe and healthy out there. And remember, be good to each other. Bye now.